Coming up on Winthrop Close Up, another look at who wants to be the next WU president.
And why February isn't just about cards and candy.
Only 2 candidates remain in the search for President DeGiorgio's replacement.
Byron Hurt talks about gender issues in this DVD called Hip Hop, Beyond Beats and Rhymes.
Winthrop gets powerful controversy in the spoken word.
From the Department of Mass Communication at Winthrop University, you're watching Winthrop Close Up.
Good afternoon and welcome to Winthrop Close Up. I'm Brianna Robinson.
And I'm Crystal Booker. I hope everyone out there is having a fabulous February.
Last week, we featured the first 2 candidates in the search for Winthrop's next president. This week, Zoe Irizarry will introduce us to the remaining candidates.
President DeGiorgio is getting ready to retire at the end of this school year, and finding his replacement has been a long process. Last week we met Dr. Braden and Dr. Dale. 2 candidates remain, and they both have big ideas for Winthrop.
The first thing I'm going to do is listen. I'm going to be speaking to students, and not just the student representative. I will be speaking to the students, and I also will be doing that with our faculty as well as our board.
Hammond talked with students in Thompson Cafe, and one student liked how personable he was.
When he came over to the table, me and my friend were laughing, and he was just like, "Oh, what's so funny?" And it just seemed like we was having a normal conversation.
Hammond says he's committed to a student-centered administration. He thinks very highly of Winthrop and hopes to only keep improving if he gets the job.
Winthrop is probably one of the best kept secrets, if you will. And it's about time now for the rest of the country to know really just how well Winthrop has figured out how to meet the needs and academic excellence needs of students.
And last, but certainly not least, let's meet with Dr. Jane Comstock.
The first task I take on as president is to gather as much information from conversations with people as Winthrop that I could.
This resonated with one student. She felt that Dr. Comstock would really take students' concerns into consideration.
I like her. She's really nice. She's very easy to talk to. She asks questions about us, and it let me know that she cares about the students.
One student feels that huge changes right away aren't necessary.
Minor change is not necessarily anything, big, but I think just really being engaged with the student life.
Dr. Comstock is up for this challenge and says she has one qualification that isn't visible on her resume.
I am intellectually capable of doing this job. I have the skill set that is required. But what I have that you can't see on a piece of paper is the heart for it.
The search is in its final stages, and now that each candidate has visited our campus, it won't be long before we know who the 10th president of Winthrop University will be. This is Zoe Irizarry reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
Administrators have not revealed when the final decision will be announced, but of course we'll keep you updated.
We may have the freedom to exercise religion, but there are a few restrictions when in the classroom. Reporter Dimitri Williams is going to tell us why there are legal implications when sharing your faith.
Often the topics of religion and faith are discussed in a classroom setting. Teachers understand that the classroom should not be used as a forum to express their personal beliefs. A recent campus event gave them an outlet to share their thoughts on their faith.
I'm a professor at a liberal arts institution where the free flow of ideas should be honored, and that includes if you have a faith and are a Christian. And so being here tonight allowed me to share part of who and what I am in an open environment, and I just think that is the very, very coolest thing, because I'm also a big fan of the First Amendment.
Students understand that professors are not here to force their beliefs on them, but some students found it refreshing to hear what they had to say.
I love seeing the involvement that everyone is, and then just the heart of these professors sharing and showing how much they care, and just showing that there is a purpose. They aren't just there to lecture you. They really do care, and they're here to help you.
As a state-funded school, professors at Winthrop University are not allowed to share their faith in the classroom. However, if a student initiates a discussion on the topic, the professor may take part in it without forcing their views on the students. Whether it's faith, political, or sexuality-based concerns, professors must always filter what they address in the classroom. I'm Dimitri Williams reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
To exercise your faith outside of the classroom, you can contact CRU at crusade@winthrop.edu. We'll be taking a short break, but first, our view from the digs with the song Telephone by Lady Gaga.
Welcome back to Winthrop Close Up. Throughout the month of February, several organizations and committees are celebrating the legacy of Black History Month. The Dacus Library Exhibit Committee is celebrating the month with an exhibition of different influential African American people. The exhibit displays different African American leaders like Rosa Parks, Frederick Douglass, Maya Angelou, and more. There also displays pictures of how Winthrop used to celebrate Black History Month over 40 years ago.
It's a lot of fun because some of the history stuff I probably had forgotten. So like rereading some of the stuff and looking at a lot of the pictures, it brought back a lot of memories about stuff when I grew up even. And when I was a student here at Winthrop, we did Black Week, and we have some of the Black Week pictures in the exhibit. So we want people to come out and look at the exhibit because it's really interesting.
And if you decide to come and check out the exhibit, the Dacus Library staff has several treats that students can enjoy. The exhibit will be available in the library throughout the whole month of February. Winthrop is not only honoring Black History Month, but also women. The university is accepting applications for the 5th annual celebration of women's achievement. The Office of Multicultural Student Life will honor these women on March 27th. Nominations are due February 26th in Digs 246. If you'd like to nominate a candidate, the form can be found at winthrop.edu/MSL.
When you think about a library, books are probably the first thing that comes to mind. But if you take a closer look, there's a wonder of resources available. Sheila Straub tells us what you might be missing out on.
Books and computers are commonplace items that are expected of a library, but Winthrop's library goes above and beyond the norm. Dacus Library offers MacBooks, PCs, and even the innovative iPads for checkout at the Information Commons located on the first floor. The iPads have been a success.
They work almost as good as laptops, so that's why we moved to iPads. We thought they would be popular.
The recently renovated first floor also offers study rooms and techno booths, which allow students to plug in their computers and pull projects up on the big screens.
In an effort to be green and save paper, the library now has 2 scanners in the back of the Information Commons.
Now students can save information they need electronically instead of printing. While providing new technology and striving to be greener, the library is also looking out for students' education costs by supplying certain textbooks for checkout.
We average somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,000 or more circulations on those particular items, so it's one of the most well-used resources that we have in the building.
Technology and books are great resources, but there is nothing like having a person to turn to when you have a question. Dacus librarians are ready and willing to help. Sheila Straub reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
If you find that you're unable to make it out to the library, you can chat with librarians online. We asked you guys on our Facebook page, what is your favorite service that the library offers? Michaela Bishop responded, the ladies at the reference desk are always willing to help me find books. We'll be taking a short break, but first, Close-Up's Meme of the Week. We will be picking a meme off of the Winthrop meme page each week, and this week's pick is the trials of eating at Burger Studio during the dinner rush.
Welcome back. Now, most people can appreciate a good cup of joe in the morning, and Career Services has been using free coffee to wake students up and put them on an early path to finding a job. Staff members from the Office of Career and Civic Engagement have been going out to each residence hall on campus, ready to critique resumes and answer any questions that students have about their career paths.
The Careers Over Coffee is an initiative that we have partnered with Residence Life on, and it's just a way to get us out of the office and into residence halls so students don't have to feel the pressure of scheduling an appointment, but instead they can just kind of meet us in a casual environment.
The staff stressed the importance of making a good first impression by dressing professionally and having a polished resume available. They also encourage students to make use of online tools such as LinkedIn to stay in touch with professionals in their field. Now, if you don't live on campus or can't make it to coffee, you can always make an appointment to speak with a career counselor on your own. The Crawford office is open from 8:30 to 5, but most of their resources are also available online.